Today we are in Henford-on-Bagley, where this lady lives in a kind of simple-ish home with a pool. This started out as quite a cute build, but I had to keep adding extensions to it because she became friends with BTS and we needed more space to accommodate everybody. So she's currently a freelance interior designer slash artist and has been previously working as a style influencer. She's just bought some retail space. So the plan is to create a kind of artist studio slash nature shop. Currently, she has debts of 43,000. So she has no working water or electricity. She showered in the rain yesterday. So she needs this new venture to do well. The lot that she's purchased, this one here, so it's in the middle of the woods, but it has parking. So I'm hoping that will mean we'll get some visitors. So the next thing is to build some kind of woodland retail space. I'm thinking like art, nature, pretty things. So yeah. So next up, visit this desolate, forgotten place. Oh, she did have a child. I forgot. She accidentally had a child with her ex-boyfriend when I wasn't looking. That was a surprise. But I since gave the child away, and then I think I evicted that family. So don't need to worry. Don't need to worry about the kid anymore. She can just focus on having movie nights with BTS and running her adorable little retail store. So next thing is we're going to build, and then we're going to move some of the items from her inventory. So as I said, she has paintings. So I've tried to keep things in the vein of nature, some animals. So but yeah, first up, let's build. So, wow, what an amazing looking store. Basically, what we've done, we've put the art up on the walls. It's got two entrances. People coming from the woods on their hikes, people coming specifically to park and shop at the store. It is very lackluster. It is not a good look. But it has a cash register, which is required. It has a bathroom. And there's a vending machine if she gets hungry. Yeah, I don't want to put any more money into the store at present. I mean, I know she still has quite a lot of money left over, but if I keep funneling it all into the store, yeah, I guess you gotta spend money to make money. Huh. Okay. Let's see if we can make some money first, and then spend some more money, because she has that like 43,000 simoleon debt from her bills at home. Business funds, we have 105 simoleons left over. We're just gonna put her easel there ready, so that she can do some more paintings while we're waiting for customers to come in. Let's open the store, and then we're gonna set some stuff for sale. Okay, so we sold some paintings, we painted some more, we sold some more. So currently, we've got 40,000 simoleons in the business fund. So I thought it's probably time to, update the place with more of the vision, with a vision, because currently has none. So I got her painting. I got a painting a fair amount. She hasn't left here in nearly a year. In fact, hang on, let's have a look where we're at. Okay, so so it's been nearly a full year that she's been stuck in this shop. We haven't opened. It's been closed the entire time. She's just been painting because I decided that I wanted a couple of matching paintings. And rather than, recreate or create copy, like that costs £2,000. Whereas she can do it again for 100. It just might be something else. And then I decided that there were quite a few paintings that I wanted two of, but I didn't want to waste any money creating copies. So she's just been painting for a while, and then I had a fun idea. I thought, okay, so what we'll do is we will design the shop in a way that we have, for example, a section for like flowers and fairies, like some sort of, whimsical section, and then we can have a section for like the beach and sailing. So I don't know exactly what we'd sell in there. Maybe some model ships or something, but we'll sell the paintings as well. Or when the shop is actually open, we will restock the item. But prior to opening, I just wanted to have plenty of copies of everything. There is still a lot here left to be sold, but if she painted something I didn't like at the beginning, I sold it, and then, that money went into her household fund, so it didn't go into the business. And then it was taking too long to sort of come back and sell everything and blah blah blah. So in the end, I started putting stuff on the wall, out of the way, and then this happened. But the best part about all of this is, so her social was decaying pretty badly, and then last Winterfest, so nearly a year ago, Clement Frost showed up, which was great because the shop is closed and hasn't reopened in a year. He has been stuck here all this time, so he's been keeping her company. So the only other addition, I made it one tile wider and I put in a working bathroom for her. I think things have been sort of breaking. I occasionally remember to repair them when we've not been painting, and then she has kind of like a kitchenette and a bed, so she's just been living here. It's been in ultra speed the entire time, and then what will happen is I will, whilst I'm deciding what kind of painting I want her to do, she'll go off, she'll sort of feed herself a bit or maybe sleep for a bit, and then we'll go back to painting, which is the most important part. I also kind of want to put a photo studio in here just because I haven't had a chance to play with that yet, and I know it's new to the Get to Work pack. There are some fishing paintings. I'm thinking maybe they can go with like the woodland landscapes and things, and we can have sort of an outdoors type section. But basically I want the store to be pretty. I want the store to be pretty, full of pretty whimsical things. Yeah, and maybe Clement Frost will leave when the store reopens. He has been here for some time. They're very good friends now, which is nice. But he doesn't eat or sleep or do anything. He just sort of stands around the easel, and has done for some time. And they chat. So she has someone to talk to, which takes care of her social need. But yeah, so I'm also thinking maybe maybe some kind of like celestial type section. So maybe with some crystals, if I can do that, and then some paintings of stars, and maybe some lighting fixtures or something incorporating stars. Maybe mirrors, I don't know. From what I gather, you can't alt place items and have them still function in a store, so it's going to be a bit tricky sort of working out the best way to display everything. Right, I need to start thinking boats, celestial, nature. I'll see if I can think of any more themes as I go, but I think it's going to be a little shop full of lovely themed areas. At least that's the plan. And I'm not going to worry too much for now about her living quarters. We can actually afford to pay off her debt now, her bills. But we haven't done that yet because, she's just hanging out here. She's fine. So I'm going to get to work. Get to work. I started off trying to figure out, okay, how am I going to divide the space up? Because basically it's quite open. One thing that I really wanted to have was like a glass wall that I could put some of the paintings on. I really liked the way that looked. So I moved, as I was sort of moving things around, I kept trying to move paintings that I wasn't using or doubles like into the employee space. And then I pulled out a lot of the decor items that I might want to sell in the shop. I mean, basically everything was based on what paintings I had, so I wasn't 100% certain. There were some things that I would have liked to have included. Like, I would never sell ducks or duck statuettes in my shop, but I don't know, I had like a whole nature theme going, so I thought maybe I should have some animal statues as well. Oh, and then I got the fairies and the signs. The signs, I wish they had some like nicer ones. Or I mean, they all seem to be either furniture or clothes related. And I don't know, I like bits and bobs. So yeah, so I got some candles, flowers for my sort of whimsical fairy section. It would, to be honest, it would have been nice if I had some more like magical type items, but I don't have the right packs for that, so I was just making do with what I had. I really liked, so initially I really liked this whole area, especially like that front section, where it's got the window and then like the glass wall. As things progressed, it changed quite a bit, and although obviously it looks cluttered now and then it goes to less cluttered, I think in the end there are some quite cluttered spaces in the shop, but that's just down to personal preference. So again, I was trying to recreate the whole glass wall thing, but gave up. And then I tried the C section over in one C section. I tried the whole seaside section over in one corner, but I don't know, it just wasn't working. I didn't have the right space for the number of paintings. I ended up moving things around again. It was just a lot of logistical fiddling about with things, trying to get it to work. I probably could have approached this with more of a plan, but I'm not much of a planner when it comes to playing The Sims or making builds on The Sims. I just sort of have ideas and then take it from there. So, yeah, it turned out the only sort of nautical type thing I could find that I could sell easily in the shop was the boats, the model ships, as expected. And then so I made the store a bit bigger, uh, just to give me a bit more space to make these separate sections. And then this section as well, I ended up splitting into two, because I was trying to do too much in one area. So I had like the nautical theme, but then I also had like some buildings because I really liked those paintings, and then that portrait because I thought, it's a rural agricultural area, maybe someone would like to buy that for their farmhouse. So yeah, it had a bit of an identity crisis, that whole area, and I probably could have done a bit more. Oh, the displays, my goodness. So one thing that's very frustrating and get to work is why don't they have the displays that correspond with other displays? Because so they have like some three-tiered shelves, but then for other sets of display shelves they don't have a three-tiered shelf that matches, or they have like a random table that doesn't go with anything. I ended up getting rid of quite a few sort of painting ideas that I had. I added in the koi from City Living because I already had like little paintings of koi. Yeah, just like fish, sea, boats, that kind of stuff. I added in a couple of pirate chests as well, and then I was thinking maybe some captain clocks or something. Some of the items won't slot very easily into the displays. I tried a few things. I thought maybe like some shell decor, and then in the end I settled for like, okay, well, let's put this chair here because that's like CE. um yeah, it I had such high hopes for that section. What I would have liked is like some kind of, I don't know, rope in the corner or something to sort of signify that it was like a maritime area. I tried rearranging over and over again like all the paintings. I ended up deleting a few because I realised, they don't necessarily fit. Didn't really work. When I built the original shell for this, I looked at the Get to Work windows and doors, and I was like, oh hey, they've got green. That's great. Because Cottage Living, they have green windows and doors. And obviously, as with everything in The Sims 4, they're different shades of green. They don't really go together. But the Cottage Living windows that I used were in the back, so I don't think anyone really minds. And no one's going to notice as they come in. So lots of rearranging. I added some pillars to try and break up some of the spaces. It could have done with a floor plan or something, perhaps. I ended up making that wall a bit bigger, and to do that, so I wanted to make it look like it was just one large panel of glass, but the windows aren't quite big enough, so I just added in some extra columns. And then, stocking the place. So I tried some animal statues and things. Again, not stuff that I would have in my Sims builds, but I thought it maybe worked for the space. I didn't want to go too overboard with it though, so I took things out in the end. And then I wanted, like a nice floral display, something with flowers and candles. See, now would be a really good time to have the eco lifestyle pack, because I think you can do candle making in that, and that would be really nice for this store. It's like, if you're making candles and doing flower displays and painting things. I did use the Move Objects cheat for basically anything that was static in the store that I didn't need to worry about too much. Like I avoided putting things, like alt placing anything in the store. But yeah, I thought it was quite cute. Got some nice flowers and things. I made this area quite busy in the end, and you'll see like when I add the rug, and it may be a bit too much for some people, but sometimes like a bit too much is quite nice, especially like when you're doing a whimsical kind of shop display. So I'm not mad at it really, especially because there are some areas that I still kept quite simple, so I thought I was allowed to have like a couple of areas that were a bit more busy. So it's a nice sort of like busy floral candle display area. So the celestial section, man, if I had a lot of available crystals and things, I think this section would look great. I didn't want to use show hidden objects. I just wanted to use what she had or what she could readily purchase from the build mode catalogue. So there's like one crystal and one rock, but I think in future it could look very cool, kind of like covered in crystals. And I don't know what else, something else maybe. I know originally I said mirrors, and I think mirrors would actually work really nicely in that little space. I might go back and add some in, but in the meantime it's fine. Most things in this build, they're fine. They'll do. Okay, so another space. Let's see, what was I working on? Oh, I was trying to find some like celestial art that I could put on the wall there. And then, my ceramic section. So my little like ceramic and homeware section. I really liked it in the end. It looked very similar to areas that I've seen in shops in real life. So it's got some nice paintings of homeware. I went back in, I added some celestial crowns, and then so the homeware ceramic section. After I sort of finalised what paintings I wanted there, like I really liked the low display with the urns with the vases, and then what else? What am I doing? Oh, okay. So I was moving things over from my like massive section of inventory. I added the little like pear and apple photo frames next to the vases, and it looks like price tags. It's pretty cool. Or pricing information. The display shelf here, oh man, I really wish you could slot more stuff into it, like use it as a proper display for many items, but unfortunately not. But then we've got like the glass case. I used a glass case for flowers as well, which yeah, that didn't work as well, but it's fine. Again, everything's fine. Don't worry about it. It's like it's a store in the woods. Don't expect too much or anything at all. Um, the whole thing could have been, the whole thing could have been better. It could have been better planned out. It's like it sort of has a bit of the feel that I was going for. It could be renovated further in the future. It's fine. Everything's fine. I wanted it to feel like a country cottage store. I wanted it to have like a little cafe area as well. So I did most of the outside like natural colours, and I didn't want any neon signs outside, anything like that. I wanted to keep it cute. And of course, the whole time that I'm working on this, I'm watching other things, doing stuff in the background. So like I'll come back to it every now and then. Uh, yeah, I liked the idea of having like displays on the end of stuff, but I don't know. I didn't quite fulfill my vision. I definitely wanted a cafe area. I might go back in and put like a spandrel around the whole cafe section just to like separate it a bit. Because I don't think it turned out exactly the way that I wanted it to. And even then, like with the cafe section, you can't, like, no one will come to your store to run it unless you hire someone to do that, or you know, unless you tend it yourself. So you can't really have a cafe slash retail business. You can only have one or the other. So this is a shop, and you can hire an employee, and then you yourself can like tend the cafe section if you want, or it's nice to have. Like I think a lot of the like rural shops that I've been to tend to have like some sort of tea room or cafe or something. So I wanted to keep that, and then it's got the bathroom behind it, so Sims can just go behind the like cafe bar to use the bathroom. I really liked the atmospheric lighting, but I thought, okay, I should probably be somewhat practical and remember that this is like a commercial space and there should probably be a bit more light. I don't know, maybe I'll make like a really like, I know we said like, oh, this is gonna be my little nature happy pretty floral art place. Maybe I'll make an even prettier florally nicer area. I don't know. Yeah, I extended that front section a little bit because I wanted to add in a couple more things. I wanted to have a bit more like the painting area is not great. I ended up running out of space, not having any space for a photo studio, which was one of the things that I had wanted to include and be able to play with. So that might come in a later renovation, like maybe if I build an upstairs and she could live upstairs and then I could put the photo studio in the back. But otherwise, yeah, I don't hate it. I know some sections of the store, they could have been better. It could have turned out better, but it will do. Everything will do. Yeah, it's a struggle sometimes to find items that will fit on tables. So I think I had some sort of limited choices, especially because I wasn't making anything bigger or smaller, or putting it into place myself. And there's some weird like little city living sculptures that I was considering, and I don't know. Like I might have like some nice like stacks of towels or something, but they just have like that one folded one, and I don't know. I wanted more decorative items. I wanted a better concept. I wanted so much more than I was able to achieve. But ultimately, it's fine. It's fine, and it's my problem. So, don't worry about it. I'll deal with it. You know, I'm tough that way. So I added in. See again, like I was happy just sort of alt placing in random little items for the coffee shop and adding some hand sanitizer and some aprons to the wall. So I moved things around a little bit. You know, you can also, I thought like having next to the cash register you've got like some beauty products and stuff, and then switched it around, added some homeware and nail polish, you know, all the classics. Yeah, again, it's fine. I did in a rug because it's the wooden flooring. Like, I could have changed the flooring. I could have done more. But at the same time, oh man, I was trying to watch. So, Psy, that produced by and featuring Sugar from BTS dropped yesterday. So I was watching that at the same time as I was building it, and then I was watching the reactions to that, and then I was very busy. You know, I had to go and eat and do stuff. So I really like the idea of like sizing up that stone circle and then having like a, because it's so difficult trying to do a circular deck, especially like one that's like to the right size for you. So I just thought, that'll do, I can do that, that's easy enough. But then the terrain, so I still can't figure out how to like unless you're clicking undo, I still can't quite figure out how to get rid of like poorly painted terrain, because I fail at painting terrain a lot. So I end up then like trying to match the grass colour, and it, oh man, it just looks bad. At this point in the build, all I can remember is that I wanted plants, shrubbery that was all kind of shades of yellow. But because I'm on the lot with a sim, I think it's made everything kind of dead looking, because it's meant to be autumn, kind of going into winter. It's fine. I'll have to see what it looks like in the summer. I'm sure everything will be beautiful, maybe. It'll be fine. Again, don't worry about it. It's in the woods. This isn't like in a prominent location or anything. But I thought that was quite cute. And then I decided, I didn't like that bit. And then so I had the same problem that I always have, and then like tried to cover it up, and then I was like, how does that look? Is that too dark? That's it's still wonky. It's fine. Anyway, so I'll go back to that. In the meantime, I wanted again like just like yellow and green. I don't know, kind of. Maybe it would be nicer with some different coloured flowers as well, but it's all just like bushes, shrubs, things. It's fine. And then I could have, so the little toadstool seats that I have inside for sale, like maybe it would have been nice to have a couple of those out here as sort of like the fairy entrance to the shop, I guess. The other entrance from the car park is like a bit more formal, or at least has, you know, like an outdoor seating area, and then this is like from the woods, so I wanted it to be like a little, almost like a little fairy wonderland, except not quite, because I didn't put in the required amount of effort for that. So yeah, so trying to sort of colour match the grass, I don't know, there must be a better way of doing this, there must be, I just don't know it, so it's kind of darker than everything else, but just don't look too closely. Like, it's fine at night. Nighttime's the right time to view this store. Adding in some more flowers. But yeah, it's not bad. Like, it's an okay looking shop. I changed the cash register in the end. I thought that one looked better. Yeah. And then I saved it to the gallery. I don't think no one's downloaded it. It's fine. The 14 Nettle Lane, it never looks good in the gallery. Never does. Because it's got that huge tree in front of it. So when I was speeding up the footage for the speed build, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have so much to talk about. Because as I was building, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna talk about this. I'm gonna tell Fran how like this happened and da da da, and all these important, amazing ideas. And then when I came to do it today, I was like, I don't remember anything. It's fine. So back in live mode, so she has a store. and this is what it looks like. It's alright, right? It looks like something you might expect to see in the middle of nowhere, where people have been left to their own devices. I added in some bonsai trees for sale, because there's like a foresty area. So there's, the like pretty fairy tale. It's got like fairy lights. There's like a chalkboard with some pictures of crystals on. I just need some more crystals for that area. I would also love some more like atmospheric lighting, but I don't know if that bodes well with Sims that are shopping. Like, I don't know if that affects anything. So, the ceramic section, I need to change the light because it's still got the original saucer light, and I think I can do something a bit prettier in there, like some hanging pendants or something, because I like the vibe of that section. Then, let's have a look. Okay. So she's still got like her original waterfall painting behind the cash register that is her own original and is not for sale because it's part of the decoration. I really liked the illuminated like sign, and it's above the outside of the shop as well. Yeah, the nautical section was kind of a flop. The middle section, again, like there's a lot going on, like farms, cities, architecture, animals, etc. This front section though is still quite nice. It's like, trees. There's like the bonsai trees and some animals, but not too many. I like that there's not too much in that one section. The like little art studio section she didn't really get in the end, but I do have her easel there still. And then what am I looking at next? I'm sure that terrain paint is a bit wonky, but again it depends on the angle that you look at it from, because with some angles it looks okay. And that's that's basically our little woodland store. It's got parking. Visit it on the hike. See? It's great. It's fine. You can have a coffee there if you tend the bar yourself. And then wash it up your mug in the bathroom sink. Who wouldn't want to do that? Amazing. Woodland Art Cottage Shop. I think maybe I give it a C-. There's definite room for improvement, but it's not a total fail. Yeah, that'll do.